Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Eman Tahir, and as you all can see that I have already opened my Cisco packet tracer. I will now create a smart parking system. First of all, we are going to go to network devices, and there we can see here there are wireless devices. We are going to select a DLC 100 home gateway. This gateway, this one right here, this will act as a central controller for all IoT devices in the parking system. Now I am going to rename it and call it Smart Parking Gateway. Now moving on to the adding of IoT devices, I am going to add a motion detector. Here we are going to move to end devices and we are going to see home. Now I am going to find motion detector. Yes, here we have motion detector. We are going to place it right here, and now we are going to light device. Similarly, I am going to use a fan that will act as our motor. And lastly, I can add a sensor into it, like a siren into it. Sorry. Before moving forward, I'm going to rename all of these, and that will be similar to my gateway's name. Now, before moving forward, let's start renaming it. I am calling it entrance siren or entrance detector because when our smart parking system will work on a basis when a car enters or leaves the parking space. This entrance light will notify us whether there is a parking spot available or not. Now moving on to our next part of the project, we are going to add a smartphone. This smartphone is basically going to help us control our devices. Like we will be using this monitor or our smartphone's monitor to control the parking system remotely. I am going to rename it to Parking Monitor app. As we have already labeled and renamed all of our devices, let's start with our wireless connectivity. As you can see, these already have a connection. The dotted lines show that it is connected wirelessly through the smart parking gateway. Now I'm going to open my IoT monitor or smartphone monitor to manage and these all devices. First of all, we are going to config and we are going to move to wireless and set this default to home gateway. Similarly, as you can see that here it is also named as home gateway. We are also going to our config tab, as you can see here, on each of our IoT devices, and we are going to change the IoT server from run to home gateway, as our home gateway is going to control all these devices. Similarly, I'm going to do this all on other devices. And here we can see that the SSID is also home gateway, as we have also renamed it on parking monitor app. Okay, so now this is done and we have changed our settings. All of these are connected through home gateway. Now I'm going to create some automation rules so we can control all these devices from our smartphone or monitor app. Here we are going to move to desktop icon, and as we can see that here it is the IoT monitor. We are going to select this. Now I am going to log in into this. Here you can clearly see that all our devices are connected with the smartphone. Our sirens, motion detector, light, the fan. Here we are using the ceiling fan to act as our motor. Now we are going to add some conditions, like we will make some rules for it. I will now create the first automation rule. I am going to name it vehicle detected. And as you can see, it is already enabled, or we could just select this and enable it. So the condition would be if the motion is detected at entrance, uh, like if we select our entrance detector, it will say on, and that would mean true. That means when our motion detector selects any detects any kind of motion, like a vehicle is detected, then it will perform following actions. Our smart parking management system would perform following actions. Now we are going to select actions from here. uh, our entrance light will be turned on. Our entry alert siren also turns on. Here it is going to be true, as it's going to remain on. And now uh, our parking slot status is also updated. We don't need any other, or if we want to, we can also update our light or fan, and we can just get its status to low or high, like our motor works or not. That totally depends, and for now I'm going to skip this one, so I'm going to just cut off this part. Okay, so now our one rule is added, and I have saved this tool. As we can see here, we have the rules that we have just added. We can either add it or remove it from here. If our this rule is enabled, it is also named as, I just named it as vehicle detected, and here the condition and the action that would be that we are going to follow if this condition is active. Now I am going to create another rule. We are going to follow similar steps right here. We are going to add another rule, name it. I am going to name this one no vehicle detected. And this rule will work when no motion is detected, so all devices will be turned off. That means our parking slot is not available. So I'm going to select motion detector as our main one. That means it doesn't have detected any motion. We're going to on this, and that means it's false for this part. And now I'm going to add some sections here. Enter siren off, and it will be also false. And now another action, entrance light, and entrance status, that would be also off. Here let's just add our motor one also, just so you know. We can also add that here. Status, we are going to, yeah, it's going to be also off. Okay, now another rule is added. Now we are going to save this. We have two rules, and if we want we can add further rules depending on our project or the kind of work we want to do with it. Now let's save this rule. Okay, it's saved. Now just go back to home, and now let's do our live test while triggering the motion. Here we can see our devices, and if we just click our motion detector, we can see that it's on, or we have this toggle button. Similarly for all our devices, and here we have, it is also showing the status of on or off, if it is on or not. As we can see, when a vehicle is detected, the parking indicator and alert system activate automatically. And when we remove motion, like if we click here, we can remove our motion, and that just means that there is no vehicle and the system will reset. So this completes our implementation of a wireless IoT based smart parking system in Cisco Packet Tracer. We can just log out and go back. This basically creates our system, and now if we want to label it, we can. Let's just start by labeling it and making it a proper system. Let's just set our smart parking gateway here. Monitor app, siren detection. And if we want to enhance our project, we can just further add further IoT devices like LED, more motion detectors, and we can arrange it by levels. It totally depends on the type of project. Okay, now I'm going to highlight this part. Fill colors, select our fill color. Let's just choose blue. Okay, and this is our smart biking, our project title. And now if we want to change our color and demonstrate the project and its parts, we are going to choose our monitoring app. This manages our devices that we are going to use in our parking gateway. And let's just add this for devices, like if we do it like this and set it. Okay, this kind of sums up our project, and if we want we can just add like doors or gateways, like it is a garage door. We can configure it, just move to home gateway, and yeah, that's it. And just we are going to add another rule to our project. Here its SSID is already home gateway. We can also rename our SSIDs, but for right now I'm just going to choose the default home gateway one. And if I see our smartphone and see IoT monitor, we have here the garage door, just adding the by adding another device. And we can add a new rule by adding conditions. Okay, so thank you all for watching. This completes the implementation of a wireless IoT based smart parking system. This is basically a mini project I have done on Cisco Packet Tracer, and this clearly demonstrates the wireless communication and smart infrastructure we can do between our wireless devices. Thank you so much for watching.